Sports. We'll see Alex Smith and the Washington football team taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Baltimore Ravens. It's the Battle of the Beltway. Baltimore and Washington are underway. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Smith on third down. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And no one can run the football like Lamar Jackson from the quarterback position. The most dynamic guy with the ball in his hands since probably Michael Vick. Got more accurate throwing the football each and every year at Louisville. But how about this one? A first-round pick in 2017, the number 32 pick in the first round. The last guy to do that at Louisville, Teddy Bridgewater, the same exact pick when he came out.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
On first down, it's Smith. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
And the hitch route is run really well. That jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space. All you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Here we go now on first and goal. A shotgun snap for Smith. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, but it'll be second and goal.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
On second and goal, Smith. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but now it's 3rd and goal. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Smith throwing again. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So now on 4th down, Washington will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington.
Washington 3, Ravens nothing.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Their own 26-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And Jackson throwing once more. And his throw here is incomplete. J.K. Dobbins, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. To throw again is Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson.
Trust to take care of the ball. If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Smith on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Now they're the recipient of a nice gift here late in the half with a real chance to put points on the board.
And it's been a difficult half for them in terms of putting points on the board. So here with this gift, with this opportunity, they've got to find a way to cash it in.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Jackson from the shotgun. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Operating from the gun, Jackson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Third and goal, Jackson. Steps, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, as the first half is winding down, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Jackson going to look to do it himself. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He was brought down by...
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they look rolling. Smith on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Today's final score.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Landover.